Hello Realties, welcome to yet another video. My name is Thandeka Ntete. Thank you very much for stepping by. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is a channel where we do all things wellness. This is a parent-child support where I help parents to build strong and resilient relationships with their children. So please, as we continue with this video, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I'm Thandeka Ntete and I'm a professional social worker. I do this work to help our other children, to help other parents to be well equipped in navigating their journeys as parents. I use what I learned in my journey as a parent, the corrections I had to make, the things I had to do right. I'm bringing all these things here so that we may grow and learn together. So thank you very much for stepping by. I have my notes here on the side, hence I keep on looking down here. So today I want us to speak about tips and strategies for raising emotionally intelligent kids. We know the emotions of our children are so important, relatives. In fact, emotions of everyone in the home are very much important. The parents' emotions, the kids' emotions, all emotions need to be taken care of. No emotion must be put aside or not be given priority. We all are emotional beings and our emotions are so important. So the first point on tips and strategies for raising emotionally intelligent kids means the first point is label emotions. Number 2 says teach emotional regulation. Number 3, model healthy emotional expression. Number 4, practice to encourage your child to have empathy. Encourage empathy on your child. And the last one says foster a growth mindset. So on the first one, where it says label emotions, help kids to identify and name their feelings. It is very much important, relatives, to help our children to identify their emotions and name them. They need to know what is it that I'm going through. If the child is sad, they need to know what I am sad. They need to say that so that they understand what this is not who I am generally. This is just an emotion for this particular moment. This is what I'm going through, but this is not who I am. I'm not a sad person, but for this moment I am passing through a period where I feel sad. It is just a feeling and it's temporal. It's not a permanent thing. So when you help your children to name and identify their feelings, it helps them to teach them this is just a temporal state, and whatever you do, you must calculate it. Do not do anything based on what you are feeling, because few minutes from now you will not be feeling the same way you are feeling, but you would have done damage that you did because you were feeling in a particular way. So when we teach our children to identify and label the feeling, it teaches them also how am I supposed to behave when I'm feeling like this. What is it that I need to do when I'm feeling like this? So the second one says teach emotional regulation. Introduce strategies like talking it out. Talking it out is a strategy that our children need to learn. They need to learn the strategy and use it at home, between them as siblings. When they have a fallout, they need to talk things out. We need to teach our kids the strategy. It is very much important. They need to know what issues need to be addressed. Emotions need to be addressed. We don't need to hide them somewhere or under the carpet. We need to address things. Let us talk about what happened. Let us talk about how you made me feel or how I made you feel. It is important to confront those feelings and talk things out. So if we teach this strategy to our kids at home, when they go out to the world, maybe at school, at work, wherever they are, they will know when someone made me to feel a particular way, I need to address that. I need to talk about it. We need to hash things out with this person, because hashing things out, it helps a person to regulate their emotions, because now it takes you to a place where you focus on what happened and how did it make you feel. I'm feeling this way because this happened to me. I'm not feeling this way because I'm a bad person. I'm not thinking this way because I'm a bad person. I don't like people. But I'm feeling this way about people because of what I had to go through, because of the feelings that I had to accumulate in me interacting with this particular person. So it is very much important also to know how to regulate the emotion. When you talk things out, you are regulating your nervous system, because now you are releasing the emotion, you are releasing the feeling out. As you express, you are taking the emotion out of your system. As soon as you finish talking things out, sometimes you'll realize what you don't feel as bad as you were feeling before you talked things out with the person that made you feel otherwise. So the third one says, practice encouraging empathy. Teach kids to consider others' feelings and perspective. When we teach our kids to consider other people's feelings and perspective, that is empathy. We are telling our kids, do not only look at things based on how you feel or how you view things. You might view something and only to find it's not, your perspective is not correct. This is not how things are, or this is not what this person meant. You heard what you heard, but this is not what this person was meaning when they said 1, 2, and 3. So this also helps your child to pay attention to their listening and the way they receive information, because you might receive something, but this is not how it was intended by the person who released the information. Also, to consider other people's feelings. When you help your child to have empathy, it means you need to have a principle of honesty and transparency with your child. If your child says, I'm angry because so and so did this to me, if your child is explaining what happened and you feel your child was on the wrong, tell your child, my child, I hear what you're saying, but the way I see it, this person is not wrong. This is you were wrong. I see you on the wrong side. Let us be open and transparent with our children. If we practice this honesty with our children, they will not be surprised when they hear it outside there in the streets or in the world. They will not be shocked to see, how can this person say I'm wrong? I'm never wrong. I'm always right. People are always wrong, but I'm always right. Children must learn from a very early age. It happens. It's part of life. You wrong the other person and you feel like you were wronged, but when things are really checked out, you are the person who was wrong. So have that transparency. It's also a way of showing love to your child. They must know sometimes they will be wrong and their perspective sometimes will be wrong and the other person will be right, and that means your child needs to feel how the other person felt. They need to know this was wrong and I need to take responsibility and accountability. I need to go and ask for forgiveness and apologize to the person. Let our children know not only their feelings are important, but the feelings of other people are also important and they need to be accommodated. So the last one says, foster a growth mindset. Encourage kids to view challenges as a way to grow. If you had a falling out with someone, check how you contributed for that person to not feel okay, or for that person to make you feel that way. What was your contribution? We need to teach our children to always be ready to calculate how much did they contribute to the problem. If things did not go right between you and your sister and your brother, what was your contribution? Before you focus on what the other person did, what was your contribution? Tell me about your contribution to that led to things falling out like this. So always we must bring our children's minds to a place of knowing there is a contribution in each and everything that happens, whether good or bad. There is something that I did to contribute, and I need to learn how I contributed and how can I fix the thing that I contributed with. How can I make things right? Our children must grow up knowing it's growth to do something wrong, as long as you will take a responsibility and accountability to fix that thing, or to apologize, or to make things right wherever you didn't go right, or where you didn't do right. So it is very much important to foster a growth mindset on our children's minds. Thank you very much, Rosis, for stepping by and tuning in up to this point. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. We will see each other on the next video. Bye bye.